Greetings, friends. Jim Blake here from Unity Village. Today, I would like to share with you some data that I hope will help us collectively reframe our perspective and vision for our movement. If you saw the Unity World Headquarters update video we made for the regional conferences last fall, you may recall that across all of our various channels, millions of people are being served by UWH in the form of products, resources, and teachings. You may have also heard me say that in 2023 and beyond, we need to release the narrative that Unity is the best kept secret out there. That narrative no longer serves us, and there are lots of facts and data that contradict that old belief. It's time for us to shift our collective consciousness to acknowledge our growth and success together. The Unity movement remains the world's largest New Thought tradition. Like many faith traditions and ministries these days, we have our challenges at headquarters and in the field. However, there are a multitude of areas of growth that we can point to and celebrate together. For all of us, the areas of growth in our work have shifted over the last 10 years, and particularly with the pandemic. For instance, we have fewer print subscribers to Daily Word, but thousands more each year who are choosing to receive it by email every morning. We have fewer calling Silent Unity, but thousands more submitting prayer requests through the website, social media, or the Be Unity app. In fact, everything digital has grown. The 13 social media accounts we maintain for the movement all have more followers, including a 27% increase just on Unity's Facebook page in 2023. The Unity.org website drew 4.3 million users. They submitted 600,000 prayer requests online, nearly half of all that we received. 2/3 of those users view the website on a mobile device. And here's something important to know. The largest group visiting our website is the highly coveted 25 to 44-year-old demographic. Our recent acquisition of Spirituality and Health magazine brings its own well-trafficked website with 400,000 users and another 400,000 followers on social media. We will keep those in place for now, and it will be a new channel to let more people know about the Unity movement and all that we have to offer. Unity Magazine will automatically double its subscribers when we combine it with Spirituality and Health this summer. That's increased exposure to over 800,000 new friends. Another way to identify growth is to look at new and innovative initiatives we have started doing that we weren't doing years prior. For instance, 8 years ago, we had stopped publishing any new books. But now, we produce at least 2 new books a year. We didn't have a line of inspirational tools and products prior to 2016. But in the last few years, we have created 35 new products. We even have a Unity store on Amazon now that helps us reach a whole new audience of spiritual seekers. We started producing outreach booklets in 2017, specifically for you to use in your local communities about things like recovery, grief, and caregiving. One was for the LGBTQIA+ community. We've created booklets for Black History Month, including one just released. Lent and Advent remain our most popular booklets. Altogether, with your help, we print and distribute 350,000 booklets per year. And of course, this discussion wouldn't be complete without acknowledging the improvements to the sacred campus that represents and supports our movement as the headquarters. It takes millions of dollars each year to maintain our beautiful, one-of-a-kind property. We have very generous donors, including all of you, that we are very grateful for, who help us with property upkeep and improvements. And like our founders, we have also created new revenue streams with the property. We have leased much of the empty space to various partner companies, adding $1 million in revenue annually. We created Airbnb, utilizing some of the historic homes on campus that were sitting empty and falling apart. Last year, the Airbnbs brought in $140,000, and they have allowed us to honor and preserve those important historic properties. Hotel occupancy is at its highest level in over a decade. That brought in another $800,000 last year. And we consistently win national awards among boutique hotels based on all of the rave reviews. Our mission-based events have grown from fewer than 10 a year to over 25 inspirational, educational, and transformational New Thought events, plus our online offerings. We have increased the number of sacred ceremonies on campus also. Recently, we were named to the Best of Weddings Hall of Fame on the Wedding Pro website. We're up to over 40 weddings a year when it was fewer than 20 just a few years ago. Every weekend at the Village is packed between April and November. Even a community resource like the golf course has tripled in growth and revenue. It's important to remember that just a few years ago, the Village was, well, frankly, in a pretty severe state of disrepair. With your help, prayers, and financial support, together, we've worked hard to renovate and refurbish inside and out. Many of you who have visited say it feels alive again for the first time in years. And we aren't done. We are now into some really momentous projects. The new Sacred Labyrinth opened last year, and the $9 million event center should be ready in less than 12 months. It's the old activity center reimagined. The prosperity we receive from this stewardship of campus not only keeps the Village running, but is funneled directly back into operations to support our most important work, our mission for prayer, publishing, and outreach. Every activity we host on campus, even when it's not Unity-focused, helps us make friends who may become a part of our Unity family. In the business world, these new friends are called new to file. We reached 108,000 new folks who were added to our database last year. That is 108,000 new people that we are now educating on all of the transformational resources we have to offer. It's one of the ways we grow the movement as a whole. To support this growth, we're installing new software that will personalize the Unity experience for our new and old friends. Whatever their interests are, be it prosperity, grief, prayer, healing, etc., they will receive personalized follow-up in the form of high-touch offerings and resources to support them in their spiritual growth. Additionally, thanks to our world-class philanthropy team and you, our fundraising efforts have grown immensely, supporting investments in our work and the campus, and even allowing us to establish a $10 million reserve fund that didn't exist just a few years ago. Also, collectively as a movement, we should be celebrating our progress on the DEI front as part of our growth too. Many of our Black ministers came together to help us become more inclusive, culturally competent, and diverse, while challenging us to review our own history in this area. We have a long way to go, but we have made great progress in our hiring, staffing, and in more inclusive representation in all of our publications and digital platforms. We have worked hard to offer customized Unity resources to the Black and Hispanic communities, to the LGBTQIA+, and to those with disabilities. As I wrap up, I hope this information inspires you and helps to provide a new and bigger perspective into just how much our movement has grown and is growing every year. It's also important to remember that part of our vision in this work at UWH includes deepening our relationships with those we serve, so that as they progress in their spiritual journey, they will begin to seek like-minded people and communities in their own local areas. This is where you and your work come in, to continue the transformational experiences that we are all seeking to create for the world. They say a rising tide lifts all boats. So when one of us grows, we all grow. Let it be so. Bless you, and thank you for all that you are and all that you do to help make a world that works for all. Namaste.